are back to Football 101. I am your host, The Beetle, of course. Your host, former DB for the Xenia, Ohio Buccaneers back in the day, 73 to 75. In Miami University of Ohio, DB. Walk on. Yes, I will walk on. Eventually played special team, but made an impact. That's where I got my name, The Beetle, just in case you want to know. This is a breakdown of the AFC South, and this is a breakdown of the Tennessee Titans. And this is show number 28. And I'm going to be bringing it within the time that I have. And let me just say, real fast, the Tennessee Titans, y'all will end up last in this division. I've seen enough. The first two games, preseason, training camp. But before I go there, let me give a shout out to A to Z Sports in Nashville, Tennessee. Great job of breaking down the Titans during training camp. And let me give a shout out to he's on my mind, General Manager Rand Carthen. Is it Rand? Yeah, it's Rand Carthen, the brother. Okay, you making some deals, but man, you need to ease up because you're bringing in. I like the acquisition of players. I'm going to get to it. But sometimes you're going a little bit too fast. Good job, because I'm going to tell the reason why I mentioned the general manager already. I agree with the change of new leadership, firing Vrabel, head coach Vrabel last year. It was needed. Vrabel, your time in the NFL was spun out, and with new head coach Brian Callahan, who used to be with the Cincinnati Bengals under Zach Taylor, he's trying to create a new, fresh attitude. And Brian Callahan, also the son of Bill Callahan, another NFL coach. So he knows NFL coaching. Give him credit. But this is just his first season as head coach. It's going to take a while. So a shout out to Brian Callahan. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. Now with the acquisition of let me just say, Calvin Ridley in the offseason, what I've seen of Calvin Ridley in training camp and preseason, the first two games, man, Calvin Ridley is the real deal. He runs his routes so sharp and tight, and he breaks out of the route so sharp and tight. He gets open no matter what the DB is doing. He still has that elite level of wide receiver skills. So that was a great pickup for the Tennessee Titans to get Calvin Ridley out of Jacksonville, and now he's with Tennessee. And then, of course, they already had DeAndre Hopkins. I've been checking you out, DeAndre. You and your dreads. Let me just say, yes, DeAndre always has the hands, but I can tell, I'm sure y'all can tell, he's a bit slower now. He's a bit slower in his routes. DBs can muscle him up, and he muscles them off. It's about technique. It's about close coverage. And DeAndre can still make the catches, but the speed is a step or two slower. I can tell. We all can tell. The DBs, we can tell. So, yeah. Am I saying I want to match up with DeAndre Hopkins? I'm going there already. I want to match up with DeAndre Hopkins. No, not really, y'all. But you can tell he's a little slower. Let me give a shout out to, and here's the frustration. The Titans now, after two games, yes, they did a lot of great production during preseason training. They were a little bit too relaxed during preseason training camp. But now, after two losses, and particularly losing against the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, they're kind of looking around, and unfortunately, QB1 Will Levis, their QB, just started last year, coming from Kentucky, University of Kentucky, and changing over everything. And let me just say, getting rid of Of course, letting go Derrick Henry, running back last year. Derrick is with the Baltimore Ravens now. That was a good let go. But now it all falls on Will Levis. And let me just say, I saw a press conference already, and he's made bonehead mistakes, and even the head coach called him out. But when you are a rookie, and Will Levis actually said this, he said he needs to rewire his brain. Say that again. Yeah, I'm telling myself, say that again. Will Levis said this in press conference after the second loss. He needs to rewire his brain. I get it, but don't put that pressure on yourself. Because guess what? In the NFL, it's going to take a long time to rewire your brain. It's not going to happen overnight. You come from Kentucky. University of Kentucky. This is the NFL. And he made some bonehead. He's a cocky type of quarterback. Yes, he's a big time quarterback. 6'4", 229. And he has a strong arm. But he tries to force the ball way too many times. This is not college. You can't force the ball on these DBs in the NFL. It's like giving them candy. And he still thinks he's in college. And that's the reason why he made that statement. He needs to rewire his brain to the NFL. It's much faster speed. The reaction time is vastly different. So, yes, Will Levis, they invested a lot in Will Levis. Matter of fact, they let go Malik Willis, backup quarterback, superstar from Liberty, been sitting the bench for, 3 years now? They let him go. He's in Green Bay. He actually started last week and won the game. Yes, Malik Willis starting in the NFL with another team. Yeah, and now the Titans have backup quarterback Mason Rudolph. How you like that? Mason, you've been a backup. You may end up starting pretty soon if QB1 Will Levis doesn't rewire his brain fast enough. Sorry about rewire his brain fast enough. Cause head coach Brian Callahan was pissed. I give him rightly so. He was pissed in the press conference. But let me get to my takeaway. I kid you not. This is my takeaway with the Titans. This says it all. I don't know if he's with the team right now, but I saw during training camp, y'all gonna have to help me out. The Tennessee Titan fans gonna have to help me in Nashville. In Nashville. Now I haven't been through Nashville. I'm not going to own up to Nashville. I'm not a country western fan. No, not anytime soon. That's country western mega. Give props to all the Nashville and the Nashville sound. Da 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 da. That's not me. But and so one of these days I'm sure I'm gonna be there, go through there. But not yet. I'm not in a rush. Y'all can have. I'm just gonna say y'all can have Nashville. I'm not going there. I shouldn't say that, but it's okay. But here's what the kicker. Here's what's the kicker for me with the Titans. I saw during training camp and preseason, I saw the arrival, and I don't know if he's with the team now or not. Did he make the 53-man team? I saw the arrival of Jamal Adams, DB, lame DB from the Seattle Seahawks. They had to let his sorry self go, and he washed ashore along the river to Nashville. I don't know what the river is next to it. Is it the Mississippi River? But he's arrived in Nashville. You know, I'm just going to say this. I'm a DB. I could call out another DB. And Jamal Adams, he's on his very, very last leg. Okay? For whatever reason, general manager, I'm calling out the general manager, Rand Carthen, picked up Jamal Adams off of waivers or whatever. And he was on the team. And let me just say, do you want Jamal Adams and his bad attitude? He's a virus. Oh, yeah, he's a virus. And he messed up the Seattle Seahawks with his attitude coming from the New York Jets and then getting that big, I almost said it, but I'm not going to use it, his big deal to go to Seattle. And he just went straight downhill after excuse after excuse. Never lived up to that contract. And now he washes ashore in Tennessee. I feel for y'all in Tennessee when a Jamal Adams is on the team. I lost all respect for the brother because he talked too much stuff and he didn't perform on the field. He doesn't have, he's more like a linebacker. He's a slow DB with no cover skills. I don't know how he lasted in the NFL these past, how many years? 4 or 5 years. So, yes, I'm giving it to Jamal Adams. When I saw that, I got to say it. So, I don't care if he makes the team, he makes plays during the game, more power to him. But he messed up the Seattle Seahawks. He messed up that chemistry up there. He was divisive. Everybody knows it. And now he shows up on the Titans team. And I blame the general manager for that. Sometimes when players are divisive, you don't bring them on your team, particularly a young team like this. Jamal Adams is a veteran with lots of baggage. That's all I'm going to say. Lots of baggage. So here's what I predict for the Tennessee Titans this year. Number one, first game loss. They lost against Chicago. Second game, they just lost against the Jets. Aaron Rodgers. Next game, Green Bay. They host Green. Now this will be a great game. I don't know if Jordan Love will play, but if Malik Willis plays, that's a loss. Then they go to Miami, my Dolphins. That's a loss. Then they have a bye, and then they host Indianapolis. That's a win. Then they go to Buffalo. That's a loss. Then they go to Detroit. Lions are going to take care of business. Then they host New England. They'll win New England. Then they go to Chargers, LA Chargers. That's a loss. Then they host Minnesota. That's a win. Then they go to Houston. Houston wins that one. That's a loss. Then they go to Washington. That's a loss. Then they host Jacksonville Jag. Duval. That's a loss. And then they host Cincinnati. That's a loss. Then they go to Indy. That's a loss. Then they go to Jacksonville. That's a loss. And then they finish out with my Houston Texans. That's a loss. So I have the Tennessee Titans at 3-14. Enough. Tired of y'all Tennessee Titans. And new general manager and just putting all your hopes and dreams already in Will Levis. This is just year 2 for the guy. Give him a break. My gosh. They retool it. I understand you got to retool. But come on. This is not the Tennessee Titans that was hard and physical. I know you're trying to change it out, being fast and quick. It's not going to happen overnight. So when I saw you picked up Jamal, I lost all respect. That's the way the Beatles sees it. That's the way I see the Titans. Call me out on it. I don't care. I'm just not. I just don't like the deals. I just don't like the deals. So stick with it. Get through the season, and maybe something will happen again next year, and you'll have a different quarterback. See ya. We out of here. This is the Beatles. This is Football 101.